Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a great day. Today we're just going to work a little bit more on completing the square. It's pretty much just a review of what you guys were just doing yesterday. It's just one extra step. So I figured since it was a Wednesday, it's supposed to be a catch-up day, but nobody has anything to catch up on in our class, so we're supposed to move on. So so the next step would be to solve by completing the square if the a value is not 1 and there's a c value on the same side. So this is easily done. You have a choice of what you want to do first. We can either move the c value to the other side, or we can divide everything by 2 to get the a value to be 1. So let's just do that. We'll divide everything by 2, and we'll get x squared plus 10x minus 4 equals 0. Alright, now we have to get rid of the c value because we want x squared plus bx. So we'll have x squared plus 10x equals 4. Now, if you remember from yesterday, the steps to complete the square, you take half the b value and you square it, and you add it to both sides. So if we're taking half of b, which would be 5, squared, that would be 25. So we'll add 25 to both sides, giving us a plus 25 on the left-hand side, completing our square. And on the right-hand side, we have 29. This here is a perfect square trinomial, so that will give us x plus 5 squared when we factor it. Equals 29. Now at this point, I will take the square root of both sides. Remember, when you take the square root, there's a variable involved. This becomes plus or minus on this side. So I'll have x plus 5 equals the positive and negative of the square root of 29, which I've done already, and around it's the nearest hundredth, so it'll be 5.39. And now I'll just subtract 5 from both sides. So if I subtract 5, I'll get my two answers to be x equals 0.39 and x equals negative 10.39. Alright, so if you guys are all set, why don't you try doing this one on your own. Solve the equation by completing the square, round your solution to the nearest hundredth if necessary. Alright, so pause the video now, give it a try. When you're ready, press play and we'll go over how to do it. Alright, if you're all set now, what we'll do is, again, we have the choice. We can either subtract 27 from both sides first, or we could divide by 3. I say let's divide by 3. It always seems to be kind of easier just to get that out of the way. So that gives g squared minus 8g plus 9. And we did divide both sides by 3. It's just 0 divided by 3 is 0, so that's why this side stays 0. We have to get rid of this c value, so we're going to subtract 9 from both sides, giving us g squared minus 8g equals negative 9. So now that we just have x squared plus bx, I know that this is a minus and this is a g, but that's the form that we have here. We're going to take half of our b value and we're going to square it and add it to both sides. So half of negative 4 would be positive 16, so we're going to add 16 to both sides. If we add 16 to negative 9, we get 7. And from this point, we'll factor this side, which will give us g minus 4 squared. And that'll equal 7. So our next step would be to take the square root of both sides. Giving us g minus 4 equals the positive and negative square root of 7, and just find out the square root of 7 is the nearest hundredth. 2.65. And from here I'll just add 4 to both sides to get my answer. So g will equal 6.65. And g will equal 1.35. And these will be our 2 answers. Remember, these are the x-intercepts or the roots. It's just a different way of finding it. We're finding it by completing the square. So if you have any questions, please write them on the Google Doc that's attached on Google Classroom. Otherwise, there's a couple questions on big ideas for you to do today, but shouldn't be too much. If you need to video conference with me because you're just confused on something, please just email me and let me know. We can set that up. All right, guys, have a great day.